Section 7 provides that a person shall not be a land guard, and the penalty for this is between 5 years and 15 years for being a land guard. So not just being a land guard, if you promote
so for being a land guard, no, you will law against it, and I will call Yensua yetin jail for this kind of this.
Oh yes.
So the question is, why are they still doing it? So law we will now obi akoko obi sabio ebia no obi akokuma obi akoyo obi agenasa. Why are they not working on based on this?
Exactly.
Law?
We you see we have all the beautiful laws you can think of. Our problem is enforcement of these laws. And we face this problem because at the center of land guard in Ghana are political apparatchiks and chiefs. Okay, and chiefs. These are the people who have become a problem when it comes to this issue. You have chiefs all over the place doing multiple sales of land. Otoma way, no Otoma way, Otoma way, no Otoma way. And there are people who have become in certain areas. You dare not. Some of them, even the police are afraid of them. They are properly armed. So, Omoshana say, Ojo kakra, they try to, Omodi threat and all manner of unfair means. Omaju asa say for the same. Ogoka, then they just kill you. That is what is happening. And a lot of them, they have the police in their pockets. So, Anka, come to think of it, how do you even shoot someone in front of a police station? You can imagine the courage it takes to do that in front of a police station. So, if that happened in front of the police station in broad daylight, you can imagine what the person does in darkness.
Right.
And on the blind side of the police. So it's because from political elements, from traditional rulers, that is why they engage in this system now. Now it's difficult buying land in Accra.
Right.
Because you buy the land, you spend your entire life either litigating or fighting land guards.
What the crown on that?
This is when it means. Yes, on that. Exactly. When you just say ujai assassin manipano. So it's an unfortunate situation, and really, the police needs to set up. The police needs to set up because we have all the rules. As I said, there's a law on vigilante and the land guard. It was passed just in 2019, but enforcement has been the issue. So kakra me work no.
So because the enforcement is not there, I'm popular, okay. And just as I told you, sorry, Ray, please, are you done? Sorry.
Sure, you can go ahead.
Forgive my manners. I shouldn't have just done things like that. Forgive my manners. Yeah. So I'm happy that Ray brought this in. I just went through the act, and true to what I said, interpretation of the land guard says that it's somebody who is
network. We're a network, and I'll be come back. I say
it's somebody who force or threat of violence to them to protect the lands and all of those things. So just as I said, no, and everyone said land and I will protect as a land guard so that the basic school be and I'm the bay for be and I'm the term when chamber be and come sure. Just as I said, no, come sure sanka a man no was in Bia when I went to that exactly so I'm a penoka so land guards or come more. When my imagine somebody a Nsem a better land they see one and the criminalizers or more yes I didn't. Just as I said, no. It's human rights in never be. Now, Obia also be more muska. Obu was makoto land, inti makofa land gas, inti anope wie nwumro, mo fa aduane nkomo mo, ene emu ncho mo ka, ene emu nye omo nyina aka ho. Because what is our group no, ono so kan ye chi omo ye chi sankofo ni nyina. Omo omo bo omo kwan bia so.
Savior mentia, we say asamba ko pema bi se wa omo wo. Me patch say dollar no more dowry. Law is law is against it, but still.
Again, just as we can, just as we can enforcement don't be enforce no. Langas na one be enforce am. Say enya popular. Say enya popular because me ama no law no dey be dwere gu ho. Na emum say ebebe ma na emam no. Ejina be enforce no. Mo enforce no so langas na di eto abom yi. Is it anything? And just as I feel say I can one kaya yo bibi and so I could not langa da boa and can use chapter 5 because constitution the obian who back magas on enforce it. Constitution there it's not so go straight to higher court and say this. Right? And see down there is the act all right, but if I call them enforce enforce it I don't bending.
Ma menye example bi wa ha me pese me ye clear of this side. Wa obakrom ha omon sa asem no it depended there. E bia na me fa se family bi e wo asase kese ba asase ne da ho no. Wo family no dwen se e de mo man no e de ma state no. Nti wontimi nka fully say e ye odia metimi aka na say 50-50 aban wo 50 ya aban dia and a 50 be ye wo nipa no property by ni nyina echi no twa property tax every year ye mfa nko Ghana se memfa se asase bi da ha bi asase bi da doma hinkro asase na da ho no abusua bi asase omutwa property tax e wo so aban e wo to me like 50-50 abusua de 50%, aban de 50%. Bibisa e wo Ghana.
What Mama Ray Edike cabinet or Ray, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to ownership of land in Ghana, there are some lands that belongs to families. There are some lands that belong to stools. Tibeti oba say akonya ebi amefa say teshi anala akonya no omo asase. Ana ebi abusuan we omo asase. There are also state lands. Okay, there are also state lands. So these are and then some individuals also have lands. Some individuals also have lands. I'm not certain about the practice at where you are, where if a family owns a land, they pay property tax over it to the government, or the government has some control over it. Over here, I think government can only have control over it when there is compulsory acquisition. Okay, so compulsory acquisition is when government determines that, okay, this land, we need it for
Article 20.
Sure, we need it for some developmental projects, and so the government comes in, the land is valued, and then prompt and adequate payment is made to the family or the allodial title of holder of sa asaseno, and some abaya for asaseno. But I'm not certain, say, when a family has a land, government really has a stake in that land, unless the government does compulsory acquisition.
No,
so these are the forms of land ownership in Ghana. So it is either purely for the family, purely for the individual, purely for the stool, or the government has compulsorily acquired it. So I don't really see that 50-50 element in here as compared to where you make mention of. So yeah, you may want to add up.
Yeah. So when you are selling the land, you can say so. My main trade na Ray can. It's not like as individual bet ma hold, you know. Yeah, friend may be freehold interest. That means say make the akra. I mean, can say absolutely right. Make the akra buying sending. He will be so. 50-50 as a media. And see, no say me ton and no taxes be oh. I think it's a capital gain tax. It is some name maybe and it obeki. But a crime I mean to have him will be a. I want to history. A quaint for the kind. Hey, and Crary. If I show crab, no.
I'm also ha.
More problem. I need a more problem by life. Listen, I'm sure me.
What was that TikTok or Joe
Anyway. Anyway. So yes, 50-50. But I know, say, on my land. I stand to be corrected, but who as leaseholds. If we ever say a buying a whole and I be sana, and I so go how could a freehold now freehold just a me media. But my mom be 99 years, my mom be 50 years. A year from my dear Bremen. Over salt to us or send between you, that kind of thing. I won't put us stand in much some tax me. A much some tour, I don't know. What's your friend property then?
Tax. Yeah, high friend property tax.
Yeah, yes, much tax no. And my a friend is saying government, you know, and I say I buy it from time to time. But I'm not too sure about how it really works. But I'm not sure it's a freehold. I won't quite freehold interest, but any property tax. We all know go jay. And then nanom.
But how so what has so?
Also
but so much your property tax. How be your property tax?
Many radios say I can't say the name but Tanya is it no. At this point to be a craft freehold, no. Me just will be a craft freehold or chrome how I don't know. But my research.
Okay, and then yes, some research we can bounce on it will be a research bands and only lighting. Share once years back no. China, now call China, a man from China, Okoye, Okoto as or say be a wusi factory and abibia. Or mama some certain of years be I'll be to me you assassin now because he say a do say year and not say either or mubeji and now bet was. My emra Ghana ye who say foreigners ebaho ebeton say to say China for number for on betons say the yet your me pacho ye wo low beer a cover mo say who you so assassin for from this year to and Juana. Like me pacho bet me and Samia. I me say save your busy.
I'm trying to get a copy of.
Yeah, I am the new land act nearby. You know.
Okay.
Maybe fee act no 552 or something. Land nearby and say foreigners you can hold up to 50 years. Okay. I think so that was the new one. You can hold up to 50 years. In 50 years, this one, the reversionary thing comes back. At a time, you know, at a time. Won't mean more than 50 years in any land.
That is a new law.
Yeah, but I know that what 2021 or 2020?
The land act is the land act is 2020.
Yeah, 2020. I remember. Yeah, I remember. It's 2020. Yeah, 2020.
But that provision itself, that provision itself takes inspiration from Article 266 of the Constitution. So 2664 reads, "No interest in or right over any land in Ghana shall be created which vests in a person who is not a citizen of Ghana, a leasehold for a term of more than 50 years at one time." It means so what once I say I'm a foreigner. Want me man nipa no more than 50 years at one time. Into bet me man 50 years. After 50 years, na leasehold na I expire. Okay, so the interest in the land reverts back to Nipoton. And now there is the option to renew it for another 50 years. Do you get it? Yeah. So if in fact Nigeria ni Ghana, that's what person to assassin no better he can only own it for 50 years. So 50 years time no swan.
Regardless the year be
50 years. Yes. Regardless no idea 50 years.
Or the year whatever is 50 years.
Yes.
Is
50
that
years.
Is that law working? Is it working?
And only Nsem no as to whether it's working or not. And only Nsem.
Because you read in idea.
Yes, that is even if Nipao Tono Onimimrawi.
I want to come in, baby.
Yeah,
because there are lots of people who would sell land without even knowing
lands commission. So definitely, I think say and no back serve as checks and balances because definitely you go to lands commission for one or two things, and if you are selling to a foreigner, they will see it there, even if you don't know. I don't know if you get it.
Because
an array.
Sure. So money there but as to whether people will know it and even insist on it is another issue. Because we've seen foreigners build houses in Ghana. Nigeria for Bebre areas. It would be interesting to see within the next 20, 30, 40 years to see if really this part of the law would be enforced. People would say, okay, the land you bought was for a tenure of 50 years. The time is up. So maybe the Masasi or come and renew. So money there, enforcement is the issue.
Okay. It is maybe say bad because maybe I was say
one.
Papa, mommy.
Nah.
O say.
So we foreigner all land and as I just done. They say who foreigner be when you dying Ghana be 100 years. And then I say for bani idea. The presumption obeti me enya e wo ti me say oh e bia when you 50 years na aso and na when you another 50 years. Asen aka ho. That's the presumption okay. And I'll bet me the wife you say
and say
Matias
law be say
hello
mete one can say ya law be say anasa or manage share law be say at the bar men are now or tiffy or me crassy and I me ameti he me fa se me ko school da and I minim bibia about law things that kwan ben so na mo fa moma nipa na law na eba nipa na ti ase na obi kwa me fa se obi kwa kwato asase obehu se wonye krom hani intino asase na obeto no by law na e was say ugin for 50 years and ase ugin for 40 years mo wo kwan bia mo fa so kire e ma mo hu na mo ti gina so eton asase no ana fa la sa
Miss Joan
papa mama na de na me fro
para nyina na say o para nyina ni we dro nyina say oh yes an ema na kono kopɛ lawyer honestly me hye kokɔ we bi o ha omo ya omadwen so omo de omo nka so mutirim ekwakoto land ana ahwe omo. See one thing about lawyers is say due diligence we will do it. Ye be duadua mu hu de wo ho. What they ever say okwakoto land the lawyer already knows these things. What I say, or dim side mandada. Mostly say, I'm not for your emergency or more on their own or mutitin baby. Example, registering a company. There is nowhere I can say as a lawyer and a register company. But obeying per se be able to the company into a semi per se lawyer and a register my company, mammy. Ade. The papi always biano. I want a song fast walk. I'm telling you. The papi internet you work professionals one. Internet sa open kunya atena so a. Wan kasa nko kwayemu enko budua ma me yakunya. Okọ carpenter no. Ade internet carpenter wo ho. Ade na wo kosi dan a wan kasa nko to cement ma me si. Akọ mason. Nti no wo ho no. Ti me dem ni say de besi bia no NCC for ye hu omo. Eba soso nya de a ne pa bebre ba ko gugu akoko read art na hwe. Obe ko gugu kra on te ase or read kra enfa. Sa wo mere din tini yeso ye ohoma mo no what you say enti we ko fa lawyer anka we na
enti ya
how
enti na mese me no we interview no enu enti na mese me
thank you for that
wow Benji na ye fi no na no ba ho Benji ayiwa na me hu mete papa we nka cho papa Africa mete papa Africa nka cho me so many adio. Anyway, my friend. Me tinin catch papa.
Miss John, what you
Matias.
I did any paso doors. I say, and you to me, she be baby. What means she be baby? And so cotton landa. The best thing is say when our lawyer be catch and say, Charlie, the person of cotton land and some Tom land, the end is same because a do my association.
But
any name senior, dear city.
Yes, lawyer.
And so I saw the one answer.
Yes, lawyer for you, Babu High and Mo. So they make a
yes,
yes, see a Bahai and Mo. Yes, see a buy.
Hey, Mr. GLT. I'm not talking for work. I'm just giving an advice.
Some advice for try. Yes, see a buy. Obi credit to horses here. Yes, see a buy. Just say pane ban bottom when you drop.
Sometimes you just advise. Oh, to say me what we Miss Joanna be also cut us now about Miss Sylvia. Definitely didn't work. I can. And you know many way be.
You know why to me.
Internet so one pay say lawyer ni be obra mu no obu. Say enye so ati ase Miss Joanna. Wait internet ka say one pay na yembra ma bra bo.
Benji so papa. Benji open to call. Hey Benji. And na me molding no ho.
Enya
Minya molding and then Benji ho to. Say ya se wa hu.
Aha.
Me.
Ya me Benji pa so pa ka ona tamfu why me pa cho.
Ayo, any no ho. Iti
hello, Miss One.
Another menche wa ba.
Miss One pay for kwa ka say we say. Impe Miss One pay for kwa ka say obisafo nyira kwan. Oh, Benji thank you.
Mo koye no wa chire ho.
Yen ka say chinchina. Kono konfa lawyer. Ne mo wo ye bibia. No matter the way you wiase ma. Mate. Hey.
And I can't.
And the here. Anyway,
MTN mobile money. No na mu edu. We for TikTok for Betty B. Nti ya for MTN mobile money. No na ya mu edu. Na o dey for kuruma so na kasha.
I saw Benji page. Benji said that's why I have won a lawyer in my life. Oh, Benji. Anyway,
Savia. Young queen. Oh, no, mercy from Savia, young co.
Anyway, so that make us say, we are Fibiano. Say our na wuko, say Diana na wuyo, say land na wuto, a will be a wonyansa wo. What I say? And see, and fiti preoccupé. The same engineer, what be I just say, what ITB be? I'm very Benji. Because Benji won't any day. So, I'm set up. So I set up radio station. I know some a Miss One. What I say? Producer. Oh, producer. Patch what I say. And this anka inka ye the sa. I join to ye trimwa. And can we hanka NC.
Right.
Because loss ne beba. Obi na benya kwan akoko ready with the loss na. Obi akwa onya kwan akwa ready. So beti ase no so ya asem foforo. Who say ye ka act no asem no. Rebe mu no say e take na you free my friend is a constitution. No dey aba a constitutional provision or dey aba. Obi ha onim na ba kwasem ni mebi e free ba ni mebi e kwakwasi nyina. Enti se wo ha se na kwakoto landa. Enfiti pe ko pe nkonkoto land no se me ametima ato ana me akasa metima aton. Yo obi a wo sua se adwuma no. A onim mu yie. A obetima cho se debi. Sina me ni nkofo isi kasa oh me share me se me ka cho se me share Uber driver bi. Komo na me free driver na when I'm catching say anka me share in term nanka me go through man anka questions 1 2 3 bebe hu say nkofo no me yan. Maybe say question me enu yes. Bi okonenye. But because so only sa technical know how on it, you know. People think that is common sense. It's not common sense. Common sense is all
Savia. What boss will sa tips no me pese wo ka. Mr. wa boy. In case you be koto asase a. Hwa deben. We say nyi nipa nyina na sabi ebenye sika akofa lawyer. Ebi am making a half plot bi na okwakoto. Half plot mu sike asenda ho. Me say akofa lawyer. Nti yes ro boy. obi to asase a question ben ana de ben ne wo se ohwe echo details ansa na bia any payment bia watimi ameki.
Okay, so the first thing I'll let Ray come in, but the first thing we be sending back corner say land and why there mostly akosia sa middleman for no obi ni mo bi na sa se ya no e dia ohini we dia den whatever it is, make sure so be who they assassin there. Lands commission should be your friend. Kona kwaye land search. Okay. Kona kwaye land search. Kwaye land search I will be encumbrance. Encumbrance we say e bia na obi di sa land kwa akokosia wo waji loan. Okoto ya na abeda no ka. Eno so wo ho. Se eyo ya ton mo obi a. Eno so be hu. E be say recite all the titles. That means to say, oh, na Miss Joan dia. If you Miss Joan say no October e bia Benji. Every Benji the Benji hold 20 years. And they call Sylvia. Nto be hu sa enyema ni nyina omo a land na kofo mo nsam na nti se land ne wo. Se ka say bia Miss Joan dia. Okola nsa chebe che say sisi land na be di Miss Joan nsa. Ma so ati ase nti na che say a che say ampa Miss Joan dia. Ma so ati ase enyema be ho a very technical minti minche baby obo okwa say me turn land na ma say kwa nipa corner right the right aka o land nimu ye 1 year na 1 day aka 1 day because I'm not 99 years na akwa 98.1 na aka 1 day crowd me and I remember aka 1 day crowd what me ton
wa she
what me the mobi o today
Okay.
I can't 1 day call me ton. No, I got on. I can't 1 day and 2 days. What they want to say, Miss Juan, dear, and I Miss Juan, so I turn on to Ato. Right to Ben or land him. I can't say, a freeholder now, a leaseholder now, and I say, why, dear, Nina, these are very technical things. I take you a bit with the skill. No, the address animal when you know. And see. The best thing, I don't think say a so-called twister will be a in a qua sorry in a don't go. I'm also networking with ya. More networking a cray.
And networking and going and one a good sway no. And one into my men call like
to yeah, sure.
Mamma Correa, what I mean, Sano.
Mamma
Mamma Hokakra. In case so be kotasa in case so be kotasa say na ebia making send me bisa savior no on sheda anya de wo sa lolo sem no ho ne minim lawyer na okotasa se na land guides for albums guide do say no mo album afi o mo bam on betata nipa na nti se no o mo album awie odi de say by law no kwan ben so ena nipa na wo so ofa na ne nsatim kana sase abra ne ho kan ne ho onwu ana ne ho momusuo bi ana ompra kwan ben so na sa nipa no wo so ofa abra onya any frustration bia.
I think there can be a number of approaches. One would be the legal route, and trust me, it can be very, very exciting. Court to call any ketwa.
Katrini baby, why Patrick? Miss Joan network in there. Send account to the
na ya na mo fa bi ma ha ye petri ala ahwefo me boa se me moa ye petri ya
network in there why network
katri mpacho so betimi akatri ya na me meti ameteprofo
court to call any easy, and mostly these cases a bit me at the court by 5 years 10 years and shaka really remember no be a party back home.
So we need to about from court.
Yes. So honestly, mostly what I say is if out of court settlement is available and it is possible, my advice say be a nipa no choose out of court settlement. Okay, nti me fan say be a what asase wo obi ho. Okay, wo ana ni nuaba. Ni nuane say o asase na ye me ni nuane dia. Nti bia ono nkwan ntumi nton ma wo sa je se me ni mienu na aton ma wo. And then look at the option of say yenko court. And I say bia ni nuane wa ba no me ne nka. Okay, say bia wo ne ka ase ni nuane wa ba no obetimi atua bia be 25% of bia total scanner o tua initially no. Ase bia nipa no beti ase honestly from my point of view I would advise say you choose that option.
Meanwhile, what can make
compared to going to litigate. Oh yes, what can make here?
Hey.
Yes, what can make here? Until I say, sometimes you weigh your options, and then you decide you settle on the lesser evil, because so who could the court no? Honestly, it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing at all. So, mostly when obi so bibi say menya ne den me say so can we fear ye once it doesn't involve crime so can we fear ye settle it. Okay, the court should be your last resort. Okay, the court should be your last. So why bibia man anye ye no, then you choose I don't know if Sylvia will agree with me on this. Then you choose the court option. So okay. So that's why there's alternative dispute resolution.
Okay, eba say bia obi aton asase ama me. Oton asase ne ma me na anche wawu. Ma ye nkrata ma ebibibia wa asase ne ho awie. Na fa abusuani foforo ya asase we etaisi wa hemfofo ntempa wase me na me ye ohena ne wawu kɔ no on eton asase ne ma on na wasan ɔse afi na me ye di miesi so nti bra na san betwa asase ne ka na me nsansan ɛno so e ka lo no
ade de emfa no stu ne dia anya nipa ne dia anu de emfi
ma esi o
bibia ba me kan kire no
esi
but you see, everything in the school, it doesn't vest in the chief.
I wish I said that minimum.
Chief, 5 years ago. Land is too, did you? I mean, I saw my side in the but I won't in us go be a yes, two in the land, and I remember a yes, two in the land, and then you come to
yeah, the land vessels too.
Or anyway, the sign were winting, no, Debbie, and no, dear, a yes, two in the dear.
Okay, Ebasa nipa no se na ye ka se court process ne ya na eche nti say makoto asase ne sade we happy to me a mesu me hia masase law ye kan say court yi so eche se me kan ne nye tetel na da so da ho nti ebasa ya na me ko hu lawyer bia debe na was a lawyer ne ye ma me na makoma to me na e bia settle bi bam
Miss Juan interim injunction. Okay, so your friend be preserving the status quo. Example of aquaje land no one who say overnight will be see as all your will be on. Okay, or person taking possessions and they say obeti ma to land but onya possession mekan say also obeti ko to land na we see dan keto bi esi so obu ano aye wo
obi so ma me bi as o protect no
we pass we bo me why
as o protect land
possession we tree mu de let me first say eshensa because obi possess bibi a say ekura no
aha ekura no one bedroom bi esi so na obeye wo obi atwa fa ho di get it. But also, but assassin on him say we are send a hot trahe. Obusa ko fe chira ta no baby see friends say war and as was I say dig we are baba how do you call it foundation
Ewie obi ko anwiane blocks na edigu so no. Obi fa iti kokoto. Owie no sisa ye anwia no. Ene ye blocks sense so dan.
So na sanka so omo yesa no. Ye fa bibi acquiescence. If I be acquiescence and lashes, okay, that means obi your body na waka unsa gu achi. Now when it so the court power pambo no. Ora kwa be ho.
Share.
Enti so onye hu so obi aye attempt. And now onya tese obi pese oye bibi a. Ye fra bibi interim injunction, right? Okoko talk say what they know for me be when in technical. Say you see how legal advice it here. But catch you just go for interim injunction. That means say any year court, mammy, I didn't even court almost. Now you preserve land and a copy me say court to beg bois sell land near median in Paconedia. Because one preserve by the time I wake up in the year, not the dine was here. Into bed care, no. It's I think say interim near 8 days, right? Way. Then interlocutory, you know. Then you go for another one. If an interlocutory injunction, and no, that means by the time from the time when case nasi copy say mobile no. And also quarter the better so. Say yanka sim ni. The first one, remember, just 8 days, and I remember just 8 days, interim injunction, just 8 days. Now, as I compare interlocutory, you know, that means I can't say me now, court in fact, or shebbing to be so, and now on stop you be so land so. Compare me say, baby, and I will be a perpetual injunction. That means a court and say, what dear, into the other parts in the my name must soon be forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
These are the 3 things you can do. And you know, what they call courts, that's all the courts. And one now, it's me money for corner. Gina ho it me manu e kona internet so it me de case ne court we me pa cho me hia omo a o de court a it me file interim injunction no right away na court na hwe by a motion expert definitely. I'm sounding too technical. I'm sorry. I don't like sounding like technical when I'm talking.
Level no why?
Don't worry, we find this out.
Maybe what? What means?
Yeah, Eddie so much.
I was say, any part one of quite was so hey, now me go school that law bro for na that say.
So that's your lord. I say it means you're no cheap.
It is what this Saturday. Okay, it is a funny prayers. Okay, it is said what an adult to join him over by me. It's in a prayer judges on my lord. No, it's deep prayers. Oh, bumpire check what is a court. Instead of catching missing my top assassin will be bathroom tea. For Omoja concro ne why ebe see my town for quine. So I prepare for to catch a court as a court my toss as CBO, me turn waha, me turn this time, me say. Now, my who said 2 days in here and I said, and ran on Kofubi Basso on Mabesi dying. Miss also want to try me woo, Mr. Wabo Modiana fat or Shebi. Yes, they are prayers. So you pray to the courts. So courts need making orders to be a mount. Me I just me I breaking it down here. And see, motion expert say courts need to making decisions. You see, when you come to the rules of natural justice, if be all the alteram pattern rule, meaning say as a court afan sana wetimi esijinaye. Nemo catch a court say we the ntia afa. But one day any team because all catch other party in this obetimia. A beba na ye de oye n'intentem. By the time I be say we no aye de oye na wi. Nti enka nkyere no. Tie me nko an make order no. Ati ase nti o catch court say onye na interim injunction no. No dey ato so 8 days. Nti 8 days ni pa koni ntimi nko. During the 8 days na we catch court say, "Ama me 8 days na e gina so na ma me die e betima hye na from the time e be kan asem ne kopem time e be wie no." Unti mean just so she. Until I am pie, watch the court me Prt.2, Mr. Amen.
Amen. Yeah, that's it. I was just say, oh, question be a baby saying you know me, Miss Rawa, a piano what cause situation be that. How I be a tete, who bet me about, and also betting the question at to her say, Nama read ya monafe, or more answer as a some organa dear. asase sem e organ ya na ehu we me pacho answer me question we mame say in case sem akọ na nipa no so asisu dan awie se ne me koye no already me to asase no obi ansi sudan ba eda ho a menyanye ho hwe no mekọ nipa na sidan no kra du ti say oboso me to me ka akọ lawyer ho
me say someone say na what to aso how many years in the back when see that because it's very important
night work when the baba host na de be chi na ho
okay okay sure right I hope you know why I was asking her that question
yes, because there could be acquiescence I mean
yes,
so when you say yeah forward there what na one can she no dey hear the go oh, no, the cement I be go. Yes, people build in the 19. Yes, and it's very possible. Yes, but so one other thing to that. Yes, one other thing too that we want to make clear is that say obi forward there, you have every right to protest it. And that's how obi mentality, especially local rural areas. So media assassinate media to the media no see that you ya na menenachi. What wa obi see we court no court we catch you say o si no hu ye. Na so anya hwe amfa ho. Wama emretwem. Yes. Emretwem. No him say you sat on your right. Yes.
Anyway, the mixed one kind is quite different. Like expeditious like building be overnight. Papa when it's better and I don't call that a land in the hotel. I did say at 5 a.m. Same advocate, you are talking about land and land guards. Case no. When you tell no was here, especially on the war, and yet I am war. I didn't know what to warn you.
You are right.
And in that case,
you are right. Say Coco Bubuna na me fama ade.
There we say right no.
So all right so
we say right so Coco Bubu say dan. As Sylvia already mentioned, the moment you see say nipa na yesade no Okokota, one of the prayers you seek is an injunction. Injunction tree we can tabo if I'm right. So we are tabo. Say the tabo to be so.
Hey, where I can
say we die.
Miss Mpesa membisa I'm lawyer. Bacho mbese membisa se nkofa moto asasema nipa mienu miensa no ne kwanso ana
the pastor is the fraudulent activity no more yet. What one them we know as a control we and just land anything na or to adeba control we are talking no illegal. Esanka you prosecute him under at 29 as criminals. So and one sacrifice
because I didn't say what to assess money pa ba ko de da wonnim pa say waje nipa no sika and the why papers amano so ofache na wa to ma nipa a different person again na say enya ne kwanso a
yeah enya ne kwanso kra pa no
this is what we na wo ni de moja hwegu pebebe eba no me blame Langard for dia wato asasema nipa mienu miensa no no fault
yes
wow
almost can
yeah because this year me wa ha no me do say me koto asase o I'm just going there if you need say 1.something billion I'll pay for the house and then take my house simple because me no say I'm akuma nye obi ba ma asase so ba e kwasase ma make ma taking the life simple asa what I say